Hello, this is Duntov. So today I'm at the Mirage site across the street at the Venetian. It is Thursday, April 10th, 2025. So today I wanted to come across the street so I could bring my camera with the zoom. And we're going to zoom in and see what we can see them working on today. Right when I was coming up here, they were actually the tower crane number 2, the one closest to the main building. It was just swinging around there, and it had it looked like some of that scaffolding stuff, but they already lowered it down. I'll try to zoom in. We'll see if we could see, and you can see the cable there. Can't really tell what they just lowered. So it is about 11:30 in the morning right now. So they should be working for at least another 20-30 minutes. Usually around noon is when they all stop. Alright, so whatever that tower crane just put, you can see they're lifting the cable up. It appeared like it was one of these scaffolding looking things. So there's nothing on the cable anymore. So if we look on the side here, it looks like they were putting this kind of stuff in. You can see all those along the side. Alright, so you can see how quick they swing back around. Beautiful day today. It's been getting kind of warm. It's supposed to get like 90, I think today like 92, tomorrow 95. Might be time to get the air conditioning fired up in the house. Haven't turned it on yet this year, but getting warm. Alright, so we're gonna see what lowers down the cable. I could see some people waiting on the ground. We'll see what they hook up. We'll see if they lower it down. Alright, so if we look, we got some crew down here waiting. Can't see what they're working on. Let's see if the cable comes down. Well, he's just coming down now. If we look right by the palm tree there, we can see it coming now. You can see the Sunshine equipment. I'm sure these equipment rental companies, they do pretty well with all this construction going on, renting out all this equipment. Of course, we got that golf cart right in the way there, but looks like they're hooking something up to the cable. Sorry for the shake, I'm just zoomed in so far. Any movement just moves a lot. I don't really see much. I don't see like any any like rebar cages or stuff like that. So I think they're moving just all this scaffolding looking stuff. So you can see the yellow right at the top center of the screen here. You can see the top of the cable. All right, looks like it's starting to lift up. Yep. All right, so there you go. That's what I saw them moving earlier. So. Zoom out so you can just see how they spin around real fast. Again, sorry for the shake, I'm just zoomed in so far. Any slight movement. Alright, so we can see it's going on the back side of all that rebar there. But they drop it down pretty quick. And you can see all the forms that are up. They're just building these walls higher and higher. So all them forms, you know, the yellow wall there. Then if we look down, we can't see the... You can see how they have the crane's name. So crane number 1 is the one closer to the main building. And then they call that the West Crane, Channel 9. So I'm assuming, you know, the radio in, they got a... That's the West Crane, Channel 9. And the crane number 1 is this front one. From here, I don't know if we'll be able to read it, but this will be the East Crane. And Channel 10. Alright, so when I got here, this crane 1 was already in place. They're holding something. It looks like they have a big rebar cage that they're working on that it's hooked up to. If we look between all these columns here, we could see. So you can see the cable coming down here, and then it looks like they're... You can see this rebar cage that they're putting in. Sorry, we got the street light right in the way. So crane number 2 is already done dropping off what it had. It's already spinning back around here. Alright, we're going to go back to see what they're doing with this crane 1. So you can see a few of the crew members back here. But they're all hidden behind these columns. Again, sorry for the shake. I'm just going to pan around at this zoom level. We could just kind of see what they have. You can see now how they got the different like floors like getting completed. Trying to figure out, you see how you have all the rebar, then you got this red on the viewfinder. I can't tell. I just want to zoom in, like what's different with this red versus the other, you know, it's just raw steel looking rebar. So I noticed they have that on this section. Then if I pan to the right, there's some more on the other side of this tower crane here. Just wondering what, you know, what that's for, why it's different colors, if it means anything special there. All right, I'm going to zoom into the cab of this tower crane number 2. Just a lot of times it's hard to see inside, just the reflections on the glass, but let's check out the cab. All right, we can see him there today. Right now it looks like he's waiting for them down on the ground. If I show here, we could see his cable, like he's waiting for them down on the ground. They're still moving stuff around, it looks like. Alright, so he's swinging around now. It looks like he's gonna drop down. It looks like then we can see it looks like they're gonna kind of lift up the same style of you know, same thing again. See, that one went pretty fast. Sorry for the shake. So that looks like more rebar. So you just see how fast they're moving that smaller stuff. I mean, that was like not even a minute or two. to hook it up, and then it goes, you know, they swing it around fast. Alright, so it looks like we're going to drop it right behind there now. I won't be able to see it. Oh, there we go. I swung back around. There, so I know it's an optical illusion, but if you look at it like from this view here, the way it swings around, it looks like they would hit each other, but if you're on the side, they are pretty far away from each other. Okay, and it went back down behind that wall. Alright, we're going back to this other one that they're working on here. So from what it looks like it's pretty big. It looks like it's this whole big giant piece of rebar, or they're intertwining it all together, but we can see how they tie it all. And then that crane number 2, that whatever they just lifted, you know, that rebar, it's already gone, it's already unhooked, and they're spinning around already, so they're going fast. Alright, so if we look in the front, let me zoom out again. If we look along the area, they have a lot of this, I mean, I know it's not regular scaffolding, but, you know, they have a lot of this stuff, whatever it's called. A lot of different styles. You can just see all the stuff stored there. And then where I'm standing, I'm kind of across the street from the one of the original Mirage entrances. We could see they still have this one up, still covered up. You could see a few of the dolphins on the sides there. So not sure when they're going to get rid of that, or if. Because remember, if you saw some of my earlier videos, they did remove the other one from the other entrance, and it's going to go to the Neon Museum, where it, you know, it lights up Mirage with sparkly lights. So that one will be coming, you know, to the Neon Museum. If you haven't been to the Neon Museum, I recommend going. I've been there once. I did the nighttime viewing. You have to buy tickets, of course, beforehand because they sell out. But the nighttime one's pretty cool because they have all those vintage neon signs from around Vegas, and a lot of them are lit up. So it's pretty cool. I recommend checking that out. The Neon Museum used to be the Neon Boneyard, like. So they restored a lot of the old signs, but recommend going to check it out. I did hear they were gonna move that, but so far, as far as I know, you know, I don't have a date when it's gonna get moved. So it's like downtown by Cashman Field. But if you're in town and you like that old nostalgic stuff, I recommend checking it out. Alright, we got a bigger piece now. So when I zoom in and you follow it, you could just get a good feeling of how fast that's moving against the building in the background there. So tower crane operator number 2, he's earning his money today, up and down, up and down. I mean, I know they both are, it's crazy. But he's busy today. This is the most I've ever seen it moving around, you know, so fast. I know the rebar cages are a lot more involved. Look like this one, they're just loading supplies down. It won't be long where, you know, the way they're going up so quick, it won't be long until I won't have to put the camera up over the wall. I'll just be able to stand on the sidewalks with my tripod, and, you know, we'll be able to, you know, we'll be seeing them work. Eventually it's going to be up to like 660 feet tall, so I'll probably be able to view it from the top of the Treasure Island parking deck. Get a few different perspectives, you know, a few different angles. So, alright, so I guess that's about it today. Just, you know, cranes are going and beautiful weather. So the one thing I noticed is the yellow crawler crane. We used to be able to see it laying down, like, could have sworn from up here we'd still see it like sticking up in that area. I know when I drove up I saw it when I was walking over the bridge, so it seems like they moved it down more, like more towards the, let me look over here, you could see the Mirage sign back here somewhere. There it is. Seemed like they moved it closer to the sign right on the corner by Caesar's Palace there. So if we look at the building, all right, we got all the, where they took off the Beatles love stickers. You know, we still have like that white vinyl that they put on a lot of the windows. I still get a few comments, you know, a lot of, I myself included, think they're going to change out the glass to the blue tinted one, but I still get a few comments, people think they're just going to put like a wrap over them. So don't know. I mean, it's a major job to change all this glass out. But so we'll see what happens when they start doing it either way. But some people have told me that they put the wrap on these ones that the glass is like cracked. So not sure. This one's all coming off. Alright, I can't really make out in the viewfinder, but once it's downloaded, maybe we'll be able to see if it's cracked or, yeah, but that one's all shredded up. It looks like, I thought I saw him walking around out there. I think he went back in. It's like his own private little work area there. Wonder how long it takes to climb up those things, you know, when they start to shift. It's climbing all those stairs. I know it'd take me long. I'd be huffing and puffing. Just zooming back here, I could see like a lot more. It looks like a lot more people in this area. Okay, so I guess that's all we got for today. We can see they're busy working on them rebar cages on this side with Tower 1. And then Tower 2 is busy moving all kinds of smaller items today to the back side of the guitar tower. So if you're not subscribed and you'd like to follow along with this hard rock transformation, as well as the starting of the Las Vegas Athletics baseball field on the old Tropicana site, please give me a follow at Raiders1967. And if there's anything you like about the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I will talk with you guys next time.